Hey guys, this is Sid with svtperformance.com, and this week I have a new vehicle in for review. It is a 2020 Ford Expedition King Ranch Edition. You can tell it's a King Ranch because it says King Ranch right on it, and it has the sort of bronze metallic accents on the valence, exterior mirrors, and here around on the back as well. Very nice vehicle, very good ride. Been impressed with it. I haven't got to drive it a whole lot, but this thing, it's pretty sweet. It's also pretty expensive. She's around $75,000, but you are getting a lot for your money. I just want to give you a quick walk around, let you take a look in, breathe it in. I haven't got to spend much time at all with the new Expedition since they went to the aluminum body a few years back. You can see we've got the power running boards. Those are very nice. If it actually, there we go, pops back in. Pops out when you open the door. Very nice. Inside, very reminiscent of the new F-150s, not the not the 21 models, but the 15 to 20 model F-150. Very reminiscent of that. Very nice interior. Basically, this thing's exactly like a GT500. And that's a joke, but it does have the GT500's switchgear. And a feature that I really like about this is in this little cubby hole here, got inductive charging for your phone, plus various options on USB charging, because a lot of things are not using the old USB 2.0 ports anymore. This particular model is a two-wheel drive, which I thought was odd because Ford usually goes over the top on these and gives you the all the 4x4s and bells and whistles, but this one's a two-wheel drive, and more on that in a future video, but I think it makes it drive a little bit differently than I expected, and I mean that in a good way. See, we got the big panoramic roof, King Ranch interior, which is not like the old King Ranches used to be back in like '02 when you had the saddle leather interior that a lot of people just did not take care of, and ended up looking pretty bad, really. That old leather interior, you had to really do maintenance on the leather to keep it looking really good. But this is a nice sort of coffee color with your King Ranch logos emblazoned in it. It looks good. It's not too much, which, you know, sometimes on these specialty trim packages, Ford can go a little over the top with it. But this truck is loaded down with all kinds of features. Probably the best integration of your keypad. That's very nice. This is not the max version, this is the standard length version, and you have second row captain's seats, and this thing actually you can fit full-size human adults even in the third row, so Ford did a very nice job there. Of course, we've got more, sorry for the sun there, we've got more charging back here, USB there, and standard AC socket here, which is great to see, and a 12-volt socket down here. It's got second row heated seats, and you can control your own media and everything back here, so that's nice. Again, got that huge panoramic roof. Very good looking. Airbags everywhere. This thing is sitting on a full steel frame, so super safe. Again, you got your running boards, easy to get into. I really like this back seat area, it's nice. All the door panels are very nicely trimmed with vinyl soft touch materials, exactly where you expect it. I like this little chrome trim here as well as on the speakers, so that's nice. And you got nice door pockets everywhere, cup holders built into the door pockets, one in the back and two in the front, so that's handy. Of course, power adjustable seats, all that good stuff you know you're going to get on one of these high trim models. Got a hitch hidden behind this cover. This is a very nice feature. Power lift gate, and not just power lift gate. Well, here's a view. You do not have a ton of room behind this third row on the standard wheelbase model. You know, it's not bad. You know, go for a grocery run, but it is kind of shallow. We'll show you how to fix that here in a second. But in the trunk we have a nice cargo net and your spare tire fixing stuff if you're ever in the need for that. But here's another great feature this thing has. You got power fold third row seats, and that makes for quite a bit of storage space now. Flop that down. There we go. Somebody didn't have the seat belt properly aligned. More USB charging here. We also have controls for the seats, both sides up here. Again, another USB port, 12-volt port. Lots and lots of charging points, because we're all taking our devices everywhere with us, so might as well have it. Have the antenna, if you can sort of see that line there, it's your radio antenna built into the rear glass, so it just doesn't have an antenna sticking up on the front fender. That's always nice. And if you need even more space than this, at the button here for the second row, and those things go down quick. You don't want anybody in the way of that. But then you got pretty nice level load floor here. Could fit quite a bit in it. The only drawback is that second row does not come back up power. You have to manually put that up, which is not a big deal. But the rear ones do come back up with the touch of a button. And realistically, these are the ones that you're going to be lifting up and down the most often if you own this vehicle, because you're going to go from wanting to haul someone in the back to wanting to haul more cargo. So it just makes a lot more sense that these be powered in both directions. So I'm not going to complain about the second rows not having power. But speakers everywhere. You got a subwoofer in the back. This thing is just covered with the B&O audio speakers. And of course, one-touch power close on the liftgate. Moving around here to the passenger side. Another nice feature. Got a little extra storage compartment here above your main glove compartment. Looks about the right size for maybe Ruger LCP, if you're interested. If you got a full-size Glock or a 1911, it can go in this part. And let's take a look under the hood, what we've got. Pop the hood here. This particular one is very, very pretty. If I can get out of the view here. Very pretty tri-coat metallic white. Very good looking. It's very subtle though. The metal flakes or silica, whatever you want to call it, the metallic portion of the white paint is so fine that unless it's in just the right light, this thing doesn't even look metallic. It looks just regular work truck white, which I don't complain about because that's my favorite Ford color, is just plain white. I like that grille too. It also carries the same accent color on the King Ranch as the lower color here. And we've got your standard 3.5 liter EcoBoost, making 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. Very quiet in this vehicle. They really quieten the exhaust down. You don't really hear this thing at all unless it's a cold start on a cold morning, and it does have a little bit of diesel clattery noise from the direct injectors, but that's pretty much it. It's a pretty quiet engine, definitely peppy. That 470 pound-feet of torque makes itself noticed, especially with the 10R80 10-speed transmission. I'm not sure what the final drive axle ratio is, but we'll take a look at that maybe in a later video. Again, just like with all the new Fords, you got a huge air scoop right here, feeding air into your air box, which is great to see. Of course, your air box goes over, splits here to your twin turbochargers with electronically controlled wastegates. If I can get the camera in here. So instead of a vacuum controlled wastegate, we've got an electronically controlled one on this. And as you can see, you've got the electronic controller for the wastegate here, and the rod coming out from it going to the lever for the wastegate down there. Unlike some of the newer EcoBoosts, this one still has exhaust manifolds, but you do get those two nice turbochargers that really crank that power out down low. But I think that's pretty much it for our under hood inspection. There's not a whole lot to see that you guys haven't seen on pretty much every F-150. These are very, very similar underneath. We do have an AGM battery though, so that's good. Active grille shutters buried in here. You can't really see it, along with the intercooler. It's basically impossible to see buried back in here. But I think we're going to close it out this time on this one. I'm hoping to get this thing up on a rack and give you guys a underbody inspection, so look for that a little bit later in the week. And then we'll also be doing a nice little driving around review, and I'll show you some of the driving features I really like about this, especially this two-wheel drive model. Like I said, I think it's a little bit different than the four-wheel drive, and it might surprise you. Might actually like it a little bit better. I think it's pretty cool. And go ahead, subscribe to the channel. If you want to see all those other videos I just mentioned right now, they're actually live on svtperformance.com. Click the link in the description below. You can get to our full review on our little road trip in this vehicle. Got some cool pictures and everything. And watch all those videos now instead of waiting for them to come out later in the week. Like I said, link is in the description below. Head over to svtperformance.com where we have all the latest news, reviews, and information on your favorite Ford-powered vehicles. And we'll see you next time.